Folks, today we're here in North Carolina. We're here in Morehead City, and there's a great big huge Neptune. A King Neptune?
I guess. I think it's a mermaid.
A merman? Anyways,
Merman.
Dawn, are you ready?
Ready.
Let's do this.
Do it.
Good morning, Atlantic Beach. And today we're going to explore the area. We're going to start heading inland, North Carolina, explore a little bit of that. And we're just going to take the back roads and have a good time. We're on a little road trip. We had a good night's stay. The bed was super comfy. This place wasn't perfect, but it was very, very cozy, wasn't it? We got to sit on the couch a little bit last night, and I'm waiting for my video to upload. And it has this really unique blue jean. It's actually comfortable. We sat on it. The only complaint I had was the shower, the water pressure was.
Yeah.
It was like the old days of those old campers.
I don't understand the two shower curtain rods and then the one shower curtain.
Well, the thing is.
What in the world?
Well, you know, the thing is that the curtain in that, the water would just come out of it was everywhere. We were soaking it up quicker than we had a flood. Yeah.
There's no way around it.
But we also noticed that the owner must have a beagle, because we noticed that there was a water dish in that down there, and there's a lot of beagle stuff, right? So we were kind of investigating, right? So we know it's a guy who owns this, or at least we assume that. He has a beagle, or he likes beagles, or he must have a beagle because there's a water dish. And but yeah, it was really great. I would probably stay here again, yes. I'm kind of curious what the other units look like, but that's just me. But yeah, well, we're on our way to another adventure. Yeah, so it's a cold one today. It's going to be in the mid-40s. No rain, though. But we'll definitely have to put the heavier jackets on. Probably won't find us on the beach for very long, because it's gonna be extremely cold on the beach. But we'll jump out. But we're starting to head inland now. So, but they got a huge blizzard up in New York last night. Not too far from here, all the way down into Virginia Beach and all that. So, Smoky Mountain's got a little bit of snow, I think, in the higher elevations. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Very grasslandy here.
This is salt water too.
So yeah, it's kind of like a salt water. And this area is known for ducks. Like a lot of your ducks and waterfowl, I guess, right? Hang out here. But man, look at that. You know, I will say one thing.
You can walk all the way down to the thing.
Yeah, the one thing I will say about North Carolina is that there's a lot of really nice houses, very well upkept. You know what I'm saying? Like grand homes, things like that. Welcome to Atlantic Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very nice beach. Got some volleyball nets. The Crab's Claw Caribbean restaurant. Ooh-wee, it's a windy one. They have a gale warning going on out here. Definitely not swimming weather, but I bet you this beach is packed during the summer months. Davis Beachwear since 1951. Nothing like being on the beach So our adventure today begins here at Neptune. He's quite the
King of the Burger King.
king of the Burger King. Fish sandwiches.
King of the fish sandwich. But that's what it looks like.
Yours is tail.
This is like the corky.
You like this?
Yeah. I want to take it home with me.
Yeah.
I don't think it fit the 300 though.
No. Yeah, he's made out of fiberglass, looks like.
He looked good on the back porch.
He's fun. He's fun.
Yeah.
And then over here you got yourself, well, one heck of a,
Olympus.
well, just put it that way. That means business. Olympus Dive Centers. Well, King Neptune, we will hopefully see you once again. We do want to come back and visit the beach in the summertime. But, yeah. Yeah, so it's a cold, breezy day. So this is Morehead City. Now, I was just reading that this here is a dive boat. This is where they take folks out to dive on an old sunken U-boat from World War II. I think it's U-boat 352. That's kind of crazy to think about, that the Germans during World War II were just off the coast, running up and down the Atlantic here. There's the backside of Neptune, right? It's not always the side that you get in photos. Yeah, so this is pretty crazy. I guess they do all kinds of. In fact, over here on their van, it says right here on the door, Olympus. Yeah, let's try it again. Olympus Dive Center U352. Oh, so a U-boat. That is crazy. Oh boy. It's unforgivingly cold today, isn't it?
Yeah, we found another lighthouse.
Yeah, just a little fun one. Fresh local seafood. I bet you it's amazing. Huh. And we're just walking around town here. Yeah, they must be known for their marlins. I see a lot of marlin in the area. Over there it says Big Rock Blue Marlin Tournament. So they must have a marlin tournament. So these guys here fish for marlin. I hear that marlin is like one of the most exhilarating fishing you can do, because they're very powerful, you know what I mean? And they're huge. They're bigger than us, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, little ice cream shop over here. Just a cute little town, yet again, fresh seafood, restaurants up and down the strip here. Lots of hotels in the area. This place over here is called King Mackerels. Monday they have tuna poke. Huh. A dueling piano bar. Rock the dock. We're on the road again. On the road again. And look at what we came across driving down the road. Wow. A Kmart with the signs still on the building. It's been years since I've seen a Kmart.
I know. Especially a big K.
With the signs still on the building. And it still has its signs up. So many memories of shopping at Kmart. I kind of miss it.
Yeah.
I do kind of miss it.
They left it up there.
So I would say that's probably the biggest plunger I have ever seen. Look at that.
It is a big plunger.
It looks huge. King Kong sized plunger.
Who's gonna flush the Godzilla into the toilet?
You never know what you're gonna come across driving down these roads. We're here in New Bern, North Carolina, and one of the most iconic soft drinks in the world was born here. We are in the hometown of Pepsi-Cola. Pepsi started right here in a little pharmacy around the corner. Yep, just keep crushing it. Keep crushing it. I love Life is Good. Yeah, a little store here, but it looks like they might be closed. It says, hold your horses. I don't know. Well, we'll see. We'll be here for a little bit. Historic downtown New Bern. Everything comes together here. Of course, one of the most iconic soft drinks came together here as well. And we have made it. Caleb Bradham, 1867 to 1934. Brad's drink, which he created in this pharmacy here, has marketed as Pepsi-Cola after 1898. So they used to call it Brad's drink before it was called Pepsi-Cola. The birthplace of Pepsi-Cola. Right here on the corner of Pollock and Middle Street. Pollock and Middle Street. Let's go on inside and check this out. I am super excited. 10 to 6 and 12 to 4 on a Sunday. Hello.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I love that vending machine. Yeah, it's very, very cozy in here. Yeah. Oh wow, I remember the paper 6-packs.
Okay.
Yeah, look at that. Look at the floors.
Yeah.
If these floors could speak, right?
That's right, because she went up, she said she couldn't get a flight. That's
That's Caleb there.
All wound up.
Hey, Darlene?
Yeah.
And that's what I told him. Yeah. You know, she's not like it's, I know, like goodwill. Goodwill. Like, you know, she works out hard.
In case you want to make your own Pepsi-Cola at home, this is what you need to get it done. I think it's a lot cheaper just to buy it outright. But there's quite a nutmeg, cinnamon oil. And this here is the original trademark right here. And that's the original logo. Born right here in the Carolinas. Yep, born in the Carolinas. Wow, that's really cool. Yeah, they even have a press penny machine. Oh yeah, that iconic. I like that, like from the 70s, you know. And don't forget, Pepsi-Cola owns Mountain Dew as well. Of course, they own a lot of things. Look at all the old Mountain Dew. It'll tickle your innards. Of course, Mountain Dew got its start in Tennessee, but it's owned by Pepsi-Cola. And look at this one here, Don. Caleb's Cola. Yeah. I remember my dad has got a little like bottle of
Isn't that something
Pepsi-Cola. No, it's just a little bottle, and it actually came with like the product in it too. Yeah, yeah. Soviet Union Pepsi from the Soviet Union, Iraq, Korea. We had a Pepsi in Japan. Look at those pins. Those are collectors, not.
He's got sunglasses on him.
I remember, didn't they have like a dancing can or something with glasses? This one here is from the United Arab Emirates. The 100th anniversary of Pepsi. You don't see Santa too often drinking a Pepsi, but he is here. And he looks jolly doing it. I absolutely love this. Yahoo! Mountain Dew. I love Mountain Dew, don't I, Dawn? A little bit too much. Yeah. Really great teas. Pepsi-Cola Company. I like this t-shirt here, Don. He's got the bear, he's drinking the Pepsi, huh? Pepsi and Pete, the Pepsi-Cola cops. They were kind of like their mascot. I've seen, like, remake trays and stuff like that of these guys. Oh, that is awesome. Yeah, this place is a lot of fun. Look at that. 125 years. Well, we're having a Pepsi where it was, and Dawn got a Pepsi float. Bag of popcorn. I just got a regular Pepsi. It's kind of like when we go to Corbin, Kentucky, to the original Kentucky Fried Chicken. We say that the chicken there is the best. For some reason, the Pepsi here tastes the best. I don't know. Maybe it's just the atmosphere. So this is the original floor. She says that they made it in the basement and then they sold it up here. And there's an old photo over there that was taken right here.
The float is pretty good.
I like that
I
float.
like the store too, and how it's set up retro.
Yeah. Pretty crazy, huh?
Oh, they just got married. Looks like.
And that's him there. Right in the same room. They didn't have a pin for the map, but they had a magnet. But we made it. Very, very nice folks in there. Very warm and welcoming. And if you got any questions, they'll answer them for you. There's a couple showcases with some historic items, but yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Wow, that was
A blast from the past. I like the Pepsi-Cola lamps. That's
Yeah.
really neat.
But just think about it. Standing in the spot where Pepsi-Cola was born, and Pepsi is known around the world. Pepsi is one of the biggest corporations, you know what I mean, in the world, you know what I mean? And it's just amazing. It's just yeah.
The birthplace of Pepsi-Cola. I didn't see the bronze statue when we walked in.
That is one heck of a building. United States of America. I don't see what it is. Some kind of federal building or something, but it's definitely done in that federal style. I always like stopping and looking at unique churches. And I don't know if you could see that, but it's got one heck of a stained glass window there. I love that bell tower. So New Bern got their name from Bern, Switzerland. and it means bear. That's the reason why there's little fiberglass bears all through town. Another unique church over there as well. This building is the Post Office Court House, Customs House. So it has something to do with the post office, which now makes sense with that unique style there. And they do have some magnificent churches here. And here's these crazy bears. Some of them stand up. But I wanted to come by and take a look at this city hall. Look at that. Wow. I don't know if you can see it kind of. There we go. Look at that city hall. It's got an amazing clock tower. Feels like you're like in a different country or something. I don't know. Let's take a look. This was the site of the first printing press in North Carolina, established in 1749 by James Davis. And the city hall has got a bear. They definitely like their bears, don't they? Yeah, I like bears. Dawn likes bears. Yeah. Yeah, great downtown. It was a great stop. A lot of history. Little eateries in the area as well. A lot of old buildings, seeing that this town is 300 years old. But we're going to go ahead and move on down the road. Until next time. Now we're here in Goldsboro, North Carolina. Figured we'll stop because we've never been here. Yeah, Wild Bill's Western Town. We drove down through this residential area. We came to the end of the road, and there was these signs saying dog will bite and no trespassing, but yet it still had a sign saying Wild Bill's Western Town this way. So we pulled in the driveway. We were kind of like, like, should we do this? Should we get out? It was kind of, anyways, we pulled in the driveway. We pulled into the spot that says where to park. And, this gentleman come out and he goes, "Hey, how's it going? I put the dog away. You guys are, here for the Western Town?" We're like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Here, let me tell you a little bit about it." Very, very friendly. So anyways, this is a guy named Bill. He started this. He was really into Gunsmoke and all the Westerns and stuff like that. And it's went through some hard times. They said there's some folks back in here who had trashed it out. But he's been putting it back together slowly. And yeah, he says it's free. It's free to come in. Just make sure you check with him. Make sure the dog is put away, right? He said you'll get licked to death is what he said would happen. But they do take donations. We will definitely make sure we give him a donation. It reminds me of the old Western towns I grew up going to with mom and dad and that. There's a lot of these out west, you know what I'm saying? And oh yeah, look at this. So this is welcome. And you'll see there's private property signs, but yet again, very, very friendly. We took a chance because we were thinking, let's just take off, right? We drove quite a far to get here. But he said that not all the structures are 100%, but they have been redoing a few of them. He said the church has been redone. The saloon has been redone. So here's the blacksmith shop. He said, it has seen better days, but he said some of these have been redone. Now this is the Hawk's Nest Saloon. Beer, poker, whiskey, music. And he said we can go into this one. He said this one here is a good one. So we'll go in here. Oh my goodness, Dawn, it's got the old the saloon doors. Kind of reminds me of Oatman, Arizona. Poker, music. Yeah, back in the days, you'd be like. So it looks like there's been some rascals in here playing some poker. 4 roses. What do you think?
This is really neat. Kind of reminds you of Buffalo Bill or something.
Yeah. Yeah, Wild Bill, right?
Wild Bill.
Yeah. And I wonder if this is Wild Bill. Yeah, they even have a piano. So this here is a California gunfighter, Chuck Roberts. Got some hooch down below. You know, this place would be fun to have like a party. You know what I mean? Like maybe it'd be kind of cool to like rent it out. Maybe they'll, you know what I mean? For, you know, a big donation. And then everybody can come here dressed up in like old Western gear, right? And we can get the piano playing. You know what I mean? And pretend like it was the Old West. And there's been a lot of folks that have visited here over the years. 2016, 06. And there's even 2 pianos in here. Dawn, you can get dueling pianos.
Yeah, doing pianos.
You know, for some reason, I think I might have seen a video on this place vaguely in my head. I don't know if it's one of our YouTube friends who might have done this place. Today, I just seen it and I was like, oh, wow, I want to visit that, you know? So, but yeah. Very, very cool. And this town ain't big enough for the both of us. Sheriff's office and jail. Oh my goodness. Looks like there's somebody sleeping in there. Yeah, so this here is the jail, right?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. So we drove down all these twisty, turny roads to get out here. And here we are. Here we are. I'm kind of thinking at one time they wanted to make this a little tourist attraction or something. But yeah, so here's the old hotel. Golden Palace Hotel and Saloon. I think we can go in this one. Yep.
You got dollar bills up there or something. Oh wow, there's a mural in there. See it carved in?
So every good hotel has got to have a little bar.
Is he riding a horse or a chicken?
He's riding a horse, Don.
Oh.
He has some photo opportunities. It's a great place to come out and have some photo opportunities. You can sit here and play a couple hands of blackjack or oh my goodness, there's a pool table.
Yeah. I don't think you can play on it. It's dirty.
So we can't get into the bank. There's a little barber shop. Haircut 75 cents. Beard trims are 50. Yeah, so he was telling us the church is their newest rebuild. And wow, they did a fantastic job at it. And here are the cowboy 10 commandments. It's got that Smoky Mountain cabin smell, you know, the
Ooh, creepy vibes. Look at the chandelier.
I think they did a pretty good job though, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh. A lot of pianos. Dawn, I think this is a coffin.
Is that a coffin? Yeah, I'm getting creepy eerie vibes.
Yeah, Dawn says she's been getting creeped out. Last but not least, the Undertaker.
Pretty cool. Ghost town. I'm shocked because when we got here, it was like in someone else's yard. I'm like, I don't know. We're going to get bit by a dog. Whoever gets out of the car first is going to get it.
But this is the reason why I like taking back roads, because you never know what you're going to come across. And, you know, this is somebody's dream. You know what I mean? Somebody spent a lot of their time, their life here, trying to recreate,
It kind of looks
you
like
know.
a wrong structure.
It does, it does. But they were trying to recreate, you know, the old days of Gunsmoke and, you know, all those old time movies. There's just something about roadside America, you know, cruising the back roads, coming across, you know, things that you never knew existed. This is cool. Even has a hotel. It's not real big. It's a great place to come maybe get a couple photos. You know what I mean? Kind of enjoy somebody's artwork. And they do have a bathroom in case you need it. Yet again, when we pulled up, there's always no trespassing signs. And, you know, we are in rural North Carolina. And, you know what I mean? It was kind of like, we both looked at each other, didn't we? We were like, yeah. Maybe we shouldn't, like, I could see it in the background. I could see, like, the western town. It was kind of scary. And I was like, we pulled up, and there's a sign saying parking here, all that, but there's these great big signs saying, warning, dogs will bite. And I'm like, okay. So we pulled up in the parking area, and this really nice gentleman come out, and he was like, oh, I put the dog away. You guys here for the western town? And he told us a little history of it. And it was really cool. It was really cool. And so it's free to view, but he does take donations. We gave him a donation to help him, you know, keep up with Wild Bill's dream, right? So Ava Gardner lived in this house from 1925 to 1934 when she attended Borgen School, signed a contract with MGM Studios in 1941, and played the starring roles in 42 films over a career that spanned 45 years. She was married to Mickey Rooney, Arthie Shaw, and Frank Sinatra. And this here is where she lived. This was her teacherage school. It's a private residence now, so we don't want to get anywhere near, but a little bit of Hollywood history here in North Carolina. She starred in 42 films. And I actually know of her. We set out today. We never expected to find this. This is just something we were driving down the road and go, look, that's a really unique sign. We turned around, went back to read what it was about, and this is it. I love how they put her picture on the sign. That is really, really cool. We decided to head over to Smithfield to see Ava's final resting place. And there she is right there. She passed away in 1990. And, you know, she lived an amazing, amazing life in Hollywood. I remember her from the movie Showboat and The Killers, remember?
Yeah.
And, of course, she was in 40 plus movies. She was married to Frank Sinatra. She was married to Mickey Rooney, right?
And the other one.
She's not buried in Hollywood. She's not in Woodlawn. But she came back home where she grew up. And we just want to come over here and pay respects and live furiously. Yeah, she was born... She's born in 1922.
1990.
Right here in downtown Smithfield. Now, there is a museum for her. Unfortunately, it's not open. They say they have a lot of her things in the museum. A lot of dresses, a lot of memorabilia. So, I don't know, maybe in another day, right?
Yep.
They must get a lot of visitors because they have a paved pathway to her site, and it's clearly marked. And as soon as you come in the cemetery, there's actually directions how to get here. That doesn't always happen. So anyways, if you're in Smithfield, North Carolina, check it out.
Lord willing and the creek don't rise, they'll take you to see the countryside, driving all over Tennessee in their little yellow Jeep. You can come along wherever they go, all you gotta do is watch the show. So be sure you tune in, Don, would you do this again?